What ideas do you have to reduce poverty in Canada?
My ideas would be universal basic income, free post-secondary education for all who want it, improved Medicare for all, pharmacare for all, dental care for, including dental and vision care.
I think taxing corporations is probably the best way, and also incentivizing corporations through ways of tax incentives to donate to causes that they perhaps otherwise wouldn't. I think that's the only way, really.
The basic income, I think, would solve a lot of problems. I don't think it's something to concern ourselves with in terms of, people who make who receive a basic income, they won't be working. In fact, that has, in the pilot projects under Kathleen Wynne, has proven to be false. So I think that is one of the main things that will help poverty in Toronto, Ontario, Canada.
Well, we certainly need to have more affordable housing and more jobs available to a lot of Canadians. We realize that, especially during the pandemic times, it's become quite hard. But it's also has been hard for several years prior to this.
When the government hands out money, perhaps the bureaucrats shouldn't take the bulk of it. Perhaps the bulk of the money should go to the people that actually should be getting it.
The way the Canadian system is built, it allows people not to have work, not to work, right? So it's hard to really fight poverty here in Canada because of all the welfare and all the system that's built, especially with the CRB. That's I'm sure that increase unemployment rate, which it has,
There has been a lot of talk about guaranteed incomes. I'm not sure whether that would be a good way to go or not, but there's going to need to be a lot of research put into finding out how we can alleviate the poverty that a lot of people are dealt with.
That's a massive question that has no simple response, but helping people get out of poverty should be one of the key priorities for our government.
I think that people just have to be more giving, more loving. Look around at your neighbors and see what you can do to help them. It doesn't have to be just an organization. I mean, we have all these sites on Facebook, Islanders Helping Islanders, Ask PEI. You see all that stuff before you, what the need is. Reach out and just help somebody, even if it's something small. It doesn't have to be anything big to change somebody's world.
That's a tough one. I mean, there seems to be lots of jobs out there, but the cost of living's constantly rising, makes it very difficult. So raising wages would help, but then you pay for it on the other end, so I don't have an answer for that.
Well, I think that more jobs should be provided and also more technical training for the young people and even older folks, that can help, like in construction. Everyone cannot go to college, so have more technical schools, trade schools, so that they will learn something and be able to provide for themselves.
Well, for me, I'd increase the tax by 1 or 2%. There's a lot of people have a lot of things. I'd tax the higher people. Everybody should be taxed, but that money, don't let the government use it for anything other than education. Education should be free in Canada. Poverty, there should be no poverty. There should be more buildings built for these people. Walk down Rideau Street, there's people sleeping all over the place. That's ridiculous. When I was a young man coming down here 50 years ago, you couldn't sleep on the street. They'd pick you up and bring you to jail. Now just walk down the street. That's not right. For the capital of Canada, that's not right at all.
Giving people an opportunity and a chance to have a job. I know it's hard without, having a home address, but also the shelters could be a place to provide them with that and the push to get where they need to be.
I think create more jobs. Be mindful of what you got, because you never know when you can go in poverty. Anything could happen to anybody. Just be mindful of what you got. Help everybody. Help people. When you see somebody stuck, try to give them a hand. Don't just walk by if you can. If you can't, that's fine. But everybody needs a hand. We all came from somebody. We all have a mother and a father.